Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and today I am doing my July TBR. It's been a very long time since I've actually sat down and filmed a video. As you will have seen very recently on my channel, I've mainly been just doing vlog content, and now I'm trying to take a break from the vlogs to give you better vlog content, not just me every week showing a different hotel room but not a lot of reading. So that's what we're aiming to do. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know, but that's what we're aiming to do. So today is my first sit down video in a long time, and I can feel it, okay? I also can feel that it's very warm up here because in the UK it's just a little bit toasty. Like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's unbearable. It's cooled down a lot the past couple of days, but yeah, I am warm, and of course I chose today to wear a black shirt, but that's just me. So let's just get straight on into my TBR. I've got 6 books that I want to read because I kind of need to read them for a variety of reasons, which I will go through with you. But I'm trying to keep my TBR small and then allow myself to also mood read as well if possible, but I need to get these read because I am falling behind massively on reading books that I need to read. So some of the ARCs that I've been very kindly sent, review copies that I've been sent, I'm so grateful for having, but I've been having a bit of trouble concentrating and reading recently. I do feel as though I'm a smidge burnt out, maybe. I feel like that's a pretty big phrase at the minute. But I was having a chat with my lovely friend Lisa, who, if you don't know, we run It's All About Fantasy, which is a read-along club together, which I'll talk about in a second. But I was talking to her and looking through my holiday requests, and I actually realised that I've only actually taken 1 day's holiday before this point. I've had recovery days because I work away over weekends a lot, so I get that time back usually if we're not too busy, but I've had no actual holiday to like relax, and it's showing. It's showing. So that's why we are keeping this TBR at 6 books. Speaking about It's All About Fantasy, we are reading the Legacy trilogy. I don't currently own the second book physically, so I'm going to hold up the first book. This is the one that we are reading in June. We will be doing a live show for this on Lisa's channel at the start of July, so make sure you go and check out our Twitter and stuff just to get all of the latest information. But we will be reading the sequel to this in July. So the first book I can't tell you a lot about because right now I am 10 pages in, but this is blurbed on the back as Game of Thrones meets The Last Kingdom in Matthew Ward's Legacy of Ash, an unmissable epic fantasy debut of vicious intrigue, ancient magic, and eternal clash of empires. 10 pages in, I'm enjoying it so far, you know. There's not been a lot to massively happen, but we are thrown right into action within those first 10 pages, which I'm enjoying. So yeah, we will be reading the second book. We will be doing the first book live show in July. It will be spoiler filled, so bear that in mind if you do come along. You need to have read this book or be happy to hear spoilers, because that's what we do. We talk about the whole book and the spoilers. Then, as usual, I have a buddy read with my friend Kate, and recently I have been slacking, but the book that we were reading in June was The Final Strife, which I am listening to audibly, and as of this moment right now I am like over 30% in, and I am really enjoying it. It's the sort of book that takes a very long time to get started, but now that we're kind of getting into the point of things, I'm starting to really enjoy that. However, the Wheel has decided that in the month of July we will read The Luminaries, which is very reflective. This is by Susan Dennard. This is the first in a new series. She is also the author who wrote The Truth Witch. I do not know an awful lot about this. I just know that I own the special editions of the first and second book, and the third book is coming out soon. So I should really just, like, you know, read this book. Apparently Lee Bardugo has blurbed it, so that's good. It's all very magical, if I'm honest. In order to survive, Winnie must enlist the help of one person who can train her in magic. Yeah, because her father was a witch and a traitor. Jay Friday, resident bad boy and Winnie's ex-best friend. While Jay might be the most promising new hunter in Hemlock Falls, he also seems to know more about the nightmares of the forest than he should. Together, he and Winnie will discover a danger lurking in the forest no one in Hemlock Falls is prepared for. Not all monsters can be slain, and not all nightmares are confined to the dark. Dun dun dun. The forest is dangerous for a luminary untrained. So I'm excited to give this a go. I've had this on my shelf for a very long time. It is a special edition, and I want to actually start reading the books that I was getting in my sub boxes now that I'm cancelling pretty much all of them. So that is it for the buddy reads. Now we're going to talk about the 2 books that I want to read, or I need to read, for book tours, for Indie Book Tours, which is a book tour company that myself and Lisa run. It is obviously for indie authors, the clue is in the name. Whatever genre, if you are watching this and you're an indie author and you want to do a cover reveal or a book tour, 3 or 5 days, check out the email in the description box because we can help you. And that felt very much like that American, you know, Uncle Sam poster that you see in history books of we need you. That's how that was. But yeah, we'd love to help in whatever way we can. So I am part of 2 tours because these books sounded really, really interesting. The first one I actually have physically, which is A Dragon of the Vale by Nick Snape. This author is incredible for promoting his book, I will say. He is constantly tagging us in photos and videos, and he's made a little promo reel. It's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. Obviously there's a dragon in it somewhere. But it says, with the realm falling apart, the fate of a people falls upon Leok and Sura's shoulders, and the gods' weapons they now bear, 1,000 years of faith and lies reconciled in a single moment of hope and redemption. For Leok, the crusades never ended, yet the embittered ranger finds hope in his love for the dishonoured elven warrior Sura. Together they must face a new conflict when a powerful enemy crashes into a Meister's alchemical experiment, setting off a wave of fear that ripples through the realm. With the secrets of the gods' scripture exposed and whispers of an ancient evil's return, Leok and Sura are left reeling by the power their enemy wields when an even larger threat rises from the forest depths. One even god's weapons fear. In a world no longer devoid of magic, 1,000 years of secrets and lies spill out and cracks form in the last bastion against an ancient foe. For cast and iron and spitfire, here be dragons. So that is that one, and I'm very excited to get to that. Now the other one, I need to grab my phone because I don't have it physically, yet it is on its way, and that is Fogbound by NJ Alexander. I need my phone so I can read you the blurb. Okay, so the description for this book is: brave the fog, embrace another self. When war descends upon the nation of Entervia, history teacher Xerxian Volnir is thrust into a battle for both his homeland and his own mind. Ankarth, the neighbouring country to the north, has invaded Entervia to remove King Durnan from the throne. As the Entervian army scours the capital for soldiers, Xerxian discovers a long-dead legendary hero can control his mind at will. While he fights to keep his curse a secret and maintain his autonomy, the meddlesome hero has other plans. Under the possession, Xerxian is consumed within an omnipresent fog and takes on the hero's persona at the cost of his own. But his power often summons a nightmarish faceless figure only he can see that stalks his waking world. Xerxian's newfound abilities earn him renown in Antervia's army, but when he faces an ancient magic long thought destroyed, he and a small band are tasked with one last desperate mission for reinforcements. However, Xerxian fears the key to Antervia's victory lies in embracing his loathsome alter ego, and before this war's end, he may have none of his identity left to sacrifice. Dun dun dun. Sounds really good, hey? So yeah, I will also be reading that one. Now, I also have 2 very chunky books on this list. The first one being The First Binding by R.R. Verdi. I will be listening to this audibly, and I will be reading this, and then I will be progressing onto the ebook arc that I've very kindly been sent, because I am taking part in R.R. Verdi's online book tour, blog tour, however you want to say this, with the lovely Lisa. So I believe it's going to be on Lisa's channel. We're going to do an interview. A lot of lovely people are doing interviews for this author and for his newest release, which is called The Doors of Midnight. Again, I don't have it physically, so I can't show you, but I have this one, so we'll just show this one. So yes, a lot of lovely people are doing the tour for this series. I'm very excited to see everyone else's interviews and to see what questions they ask. I'm sure we're all going to be asking very similar questions, but I'm also looking forward to seeing how we all make it our own, because we're all different people, and I'm just very excited because there are so many people on this tour and I can't wait to see all of the hype around this book, and I myself cannot wait to get into these books. This has been sat on my shelf for the longest time. I was very, very lucky to win an ARC of the first book, which I've already actually signed, and I have it sitting on my shelf in like prized possession, like hidden away so no one can touch it. And I'm so excited to read this and to also get the next book. This is the Broken Binding edition. The second Broken Binding edition for the next book is even prettier. It's got like, I think, something here, not just all black sprayed edges. So I'm very excited. This one was blurred by loads of people, but this says, all legends are born of truths and just as much lies there. These are mine. Judge me for what you will, but you will hear my story first. Oh, just so exciting. Thus begins the tale of a storyteller and a singer on the run, both hoping to find obscurity in a tavern bar, but the sins of their past aren't forgotten and neither are their enemies. Their old lives are catching up swiftly and it can cost them the entire world. No one can escape their pasts. All stories must have an ending. I don't even know how many books are going to be in this series, but I'm very excited to get to it. And then lastly, we have got one of my most anticipated books of this year, The Last Shield by Cameron Johnson. This is an Angry Robot arc. This is releasing in August. To be precise, does this say exactly when it's releasing in August? To tell you guys, 30th of August to be precise. This is his newest book. It is a standalone. I believe it's like an Arthurian thing. I have put down my piece of paper, which is bad, but I'm excited for this nonetheless. There is also another additional arc I would love to add to this to definitely read in July, which is The Blood Dim Tide by Stephen and Ryan, which is book 2 in his newest trilogy. I have the first one, of course I do, right here. First book, Judas Blossom. I'm holding that at a really stupid angle. When the arc for this drops through my door, which I know is on its way, I will be reading too. So I just need to kind of up my game so that I do not miss out on anything, because I'm so excited. And I also have the special edition. You can't really see it here, it's just off screen. And these are his Coward special editions. Very big fan. So this, and so the sequel to this and this, two of my most anticipated books this year, I will say. I'm very, very excited to read both of these. But yes, there is my TBR for this year. For this year? Wow, no. For July. And like I said, I know I'm actually behind on other arcs and stuff that I've been sent that are also releasing in July, and I would love to get to them, and I aim to get to them, but we're now, this is the main stack, and then we're going to work through everything else slowly. I have got plans for said books and arcs and review copies. I hate the idea of letting people down. But it is what it is. So there you go. There are the 6 books I'm planning to read in the month of July. I've planned them out week by week, like specifically. So if I manage to crush books faster and I go through like a really big reading, like spate, that's a good word, but if I end up like reading more than I plan, then I hopefully will be able to slot in everything else. I'm way behind on my Goodreads goal, but that's the thing for another day. But that's everything for today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like, which supports me and my channel. Leave me a comment down below of a book you're hoping to get to in July, or have you read any of these? Let me know, I'd love to know. If you want to leave me an emoji, leave me any candle emojis to light the way to reading success. Yep, that works. And if you want to see more of me, please consider subscribing down below and ringing that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload new videos. I upload once a week at the minute, if that. I'm working on it. But yeah, I'd love to get back to 2 videos a week later this year, but we're just gonna conquer summer, get back onto track, fall back in love with reading, fall back in love with videoing myself, talking to myself, and then we'll see where the year takes us. But otherwise, that is everything for today's video. I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope you're staying cooler than I am, because I'm looking rather glowy in this video. But otherwise, I'll see you soon in the next one.